I was texting one of my friends that I'll be home soon.
That was the text?
That was the text, and the text didn't even get sent.
And 23-year-old Stephanie Sablon never made it home that night. January 9th of last year, Stephanie's life changed forever. She was on her way back home to Salinas from visiting her grandparents in San Jose on this part of 101 South, right near the Watsonville exit.
When I looked up, the road started to curve, so that's when I then overcorrected. I spun, and then I rolled my car and I was ejected out of the passenger door. The only time I blacked out was when I hit my head getting ejected out of the car. But I came to when the car was still actually moving and it stopped rolling on all four tires just a couple feet away from me. So I tried to get up and I tried to go to my car to get my phone to call 911 because I was then by myself. I couldn't move and I thought maybe just I was a little bit winded. I got the air knocked out of me. So I tried to get up again after a couple breaths and I couldn't move.
Her parents met the air ambulance at Santa Clara Valley Medical Center.
We got to the hospital. The doctor had pulled my husband and I, Stephanie's dad and I, and had said that it was something really, really bad. Right then I knew it was the unthinkable. I just emotionally lost it.
But over the last year, Stephanie and her family came to grips with her new life in a wheelchair.
Doctor said I'm in the low percentile of ever being able to walk again.
All because of that important text that couldn't wait.
It's not worth it. Anybody can wait. Any text message, any phone call, any email, tweet, Facebook status, it can all wait. It's not worth your life and it's not worth your ability to walk.
Stephanie learned the lesson she always heard from her mom the hard way.
I would tell her every day, as soon as she gets in that car, put that phone down, no texting, no driving, wear your seatbelt, and say a prayer. And I was the last one to see her.
I have to live with it every day, and the chair reminds me every single second of the day that was a decision that I made.
And as hard as it may be for her, she wants other people her age to see the consequence of that decision.
It's a life-changing for each and every one of us.
You don't ever think that it can be as bad as it can be. I mean, I'm thankful just to be alive.
I'm Brooke Holmquist in Salinas, your Central Coast News.
I lost my son because of a text message.
August 9th, 2009. It was a Sunday evening when 4-year-old Sebastian Balch, riding in the back seat of his mother's car, was almost home. They were so close, just up the road. But something happened. The driver behind Krista Balch made a fatal decision, one you've probably made without even thinking about it.
She was stopped at this light right here. The Dion Gustner's driving behind her had been a ways back, but was text messaging. And when he put the phone down and looked up, my wife's car was right in front of him, and he tried to swerve, couldn't swerve all the way and hit the corner of the car, which was the corner that my son was sitting in.
Sebastian was dead and Krista was severely injured. Dion Gustner was driving drunk that night, but told investigators the main cause of the accident was because he was texting. Now he is serving 16 years in a maximum security prison.
My family will never be the same. Dion's family will never be the same because of a text message.
I interviewed the Balches on the first anniversary of Sebastian's death, working on a mural to commemorate his short life. A memorial was placed at the accident site. Now, it's an annual tradition on Sebastian's birthday. And every day that David and Krista Balch pass through this intersection, going or coming from home, they relive their son's death. All because of a text message. Looking at the spray paint lines still somewhat visible from the accident 3 years later is a daily ritual for David Balch.
Every day I get a special time that it forces me to remember, but I'm grateful for that.
He hopes Sebastian forces you to think twice as well.
You know what? There's nothing in this Facebook update that is as important as the person in the car I might hit, is as important as my passenger, is as important as me. Remember, it's not a text message. It is a life. And for me, it was my 4-year-old son.
I'm Brooke Holmquist in Salinas, your Central Coast News.